Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick live video of how to make an easy fabric pumpkin. So let me just finish getting everything set up here. I'm going to do a quick live video. Let me just set my laptop down and we should be ready to go. Okay. So hopefully this video will come in pretty clear. I can see it from my side. Seems like everything's good. Hi Guadalupe, how are you doing tonight? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started and go ahead and start talking about what supplies we need. So this is what the pumpkin's going to look like. And this one I made out of the 97-cent fat quarters from Walmart. You get them just like this, and it'll make 2 pumpkins. So that's what this one is, and then this is felt. So these are 33 cents at Hobby Lobby, and you get them like this, and I just cut pieces off. I'll show you how to do that. So you need fabric, felt, and then if you're gonna need like an embroidery floss, and then you're gonna need regular thread and a needle. So just a biggest needle as you can kind of find with a bigger eye, since the embroidery floss is a little thicker. So there's that. So what I've already done, so this pumpkin right here, the size of this fabric is 8 by 18. So so these squares right here I believe it's like 18 by 18, right? Okay, so what I did was I just cut it in half. So this would be an 8 by 18 here. And so you're gonna take your fabric, you're going to fold it in half, right sides together, and you're just going to stitch all the way down this opening side here, leaving the top and the bottom opening. So the part that I did on the sewing machine is I just took this and stitched it all the way down like I said on the sewing machine, and we're going to base stitch the top and the bottom. So I already have, I'm going to try to make sure I'm not going too fast. So I've already got these 2 right sides together. I've already got them sewn together. So I've got 2 of them already right here. And it's going to make this size pumpkin. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. And we're going to do 2 of these so that way you guys can kind of see. So the first thing that we're going to do, oh, also you're going to need your polyfill. So you're going to need a bag of polyfill. And for this bag, and I've had it forever now, $3.99. And it lasts forever. So I have this. So let me set that aside. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take my first fabric here. Let's go ahead and start with the black polka dots. So I'm going to take this first one. And what we're going to do, let me make sure I'm going to be in frame here. We're going to take our thread. I've already got it ready to go. And we're just going to make a basting stitch. So I just tied it off, and just like I was going to sew something. And I did not press this out. I did not try to iron out the seams because you're not going to see it anyways. So it's no big deal. So what you're going to do is you're going to come at least 1/4 inch down from the top here. And you're just going to, which actually I started from the inside. That way no, actually we're on the outside. That way your knot here will be on the inside. So we're just going to bring it through just like this. And you're going to want to take maybe like an inch or like about an inch apart. So I'm just going to put my needle in and out, pulling it up, and just kind of going in and out like that. So we're just doing a base stitch, and you could do this on your sewing machine, but I wanted to make sure you guys can see what I was doing, so I didn't want to pre-do these with the base stitch. But if you're going to do this on your sewing machine, just do a longer stitch, and that would be a lot faster. But just kind of weaving in and out, spacing them about an inch apart. And so we're just doing that. And you're going to come all the way around the top. And we're going to do this is considered the bottom first, because it's going to be on this side. Oops, stabbed myself. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around. And here in a second, I need to go back and see, because I did get this, the inspiration for this. I want to say Sew A Lot or something like that. but she did hers different. But I'll try to link hers down below so you guys can see, because she, and I'll show you because she has different sizes and stuff. Okay, so once we get to the end here, we're going to bring it through just like this. And then you're just going to start pulling it tight. Seeing how it's starting to bunch up? So you're going to pull it tight just like this, working it all the way through, and then just pull it as tight as you can. Then what I did was took my needle, make sure I have it all tight. I'm going to take my needle and just come all the way through all of it here. And I'm going to do that a couple of times. And no worries what this looks like, because it's going to be on the inside. Just kind of going in and out. Hopefully you guys are picking this up. Just like that. And I'm going to try to bring one. Let me see, hold on. So maybe just like that. Maybe do one more. So there we go. And then I'm just going to tie it off. Everybody kind of ties it off different. I'm just going to come through and grab a little bit of fabric and come through the center of my circle and pull tight. I'm going to do that one more time. Come through my circle, pull tight, and then we're going to go ahead and trim this. Actually, I'm going to trim it up here. I like to, just to secure it one more time, separate these and just tie one more knot. There. And then trim these. Okay, so now so what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it right inside out. See how that's going to be the bottom? See how cute that is? Okay, so we're just going to flip it around. And now we're going to work on, it's going to be our bottom. Now we're just going to work on our top. So you can either start stuffing and then go with your base stitch, but I'm going to do my base stitch first, and then we'll come back and add our stuffing. So let me go ahead and, this should be enough thread, so I'm just going to go ahead and knot this off again. And I like to put a couple knots just to make sure it's going to hold securely through the fabric and I'm not going to yank it through. So I'm going to do a couple knots here. There. Now we're going to, this time, whenever we do the top, I'm going to make sure I'm coming from the inside out, because I want that knot to be on the inside. So like I said before, about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you're going to go about 1 inch apart. Just kind of weaving in and out, pulling it through, weaving in and out. Super easy. So basically this fabric is 18 inches long, well, wide, by 8 inches, let me see, yeah, 8 inches tall. And the piece of felt that we're going to need, you're going to cut it 2 inches by 4.5, and I'll say that again here in a minute. So, and there's tons of ways that I'm going to show you that you could top this, do the top. So I'm just doing 1 inch apart, kind of weaving in and out. Okay, just keep going, and then here we are at our last little piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull tight. Well, actually, you're going to start getting your stuffing. So there's our thing, but we can go ahead and pull it a little bit tight, and let's go ahead and start stuffing it. So we're going to get our polyfill here, and I'm going to go ahead and just start pushing that down in there. And you want to get it real, you want it to be real firm. So we're going to get some more here, just stuff it. And you can kind of play with it. I can kind of pull this tight just a little bit to see if that's going to be good. And I think I'm going to try to add just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And like I said, this fabric right now at Hobby Lobby, the Halloween fabric, is 50%. Yeah, 50% off plus an extra, 30%, or if you're going to use your 40% off coupon. And it was $1.99. So right now they have it on sale. So I think that's probably going to be good. Maybe add just a little bit more. Well, just a little bit. Okay. So there we go. So that'll be good. Just kind of shove it down in there. Let me move my stuff out of the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this guy tight. Very carefully not to pull out our base stitch. Just kind of gathering it all up. Like so. Okay. Now what you want to do is take your needle and we're going to come through the opposite side here, making sure we're grabbing some fabric. And pull. I'm holding it tight as I can so that way I don't let go. And of course it's going to go on my finger, just so we can kind of pull those tight. And I'm going to go through that direction, this direction, one more time. And then I'm going to turn it to the side and grab it this way. And maybe come back through one more time. Just like that. Now we're going to knot it off the same way. We're going to come loop through the hole. And I'm going to do it again. Just grabbing a little bit of fabric with poking myself, and then we're going to grab it just like that again. Maybe knot it off one more time, just like that. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing with this, cutting off enough to where I can tie this off. That way it don't come undone. And you can use these for pin cushions or just decorations. Because I went to TJ Maxx today and just literally for this right here was $9.99. And for the price of this, you're making them for about 25 cents a piece. Okay. So, I'm going to trim that off just like that for now. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. So we're going to take your embroidery thread here. I can't think of, let's see, what is this one? This is DMC, and this is pearl cotton. So this is pearl cotton. I found this at my local sewing shop is where I found that at. And I think it's like $1 something. It's super cheap. Okay, so I've already cut mine, and you want to cut it really long. If you don't, then you're going to run out and you'll have to tie it off and do another one. So this one right here, let me give you an example, and this is doubled up. So it is, let's see here, we've got 24, let's see here. Let me add this up here. 130, 132. Okay, so it's probably about 80 inches long. It's long. Okay, so there's that. So I already have it knotted up, and I knotted it up a couple of times just to make sure it's not going to come through. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom. We're going to come up through the bottom, and I'm going to use this little thumb thimble. That way I can use it to push up. And if you don't have one, don't worry about it. I didn't use it the first time. It just kind of helps save on your thumb. Okay, so what you're going to do is you want to come up through the bottom, but I'm going to catch a little bit of fabric so my knot can hold on to it. And then you want to push up to bring your needle. Let's see if I can grab it. You want to get it right in the center. And I've lost it. Okay, hold on, let me take that off and see if I can't get it started first. So we're going to come up catching a little bit of fabric, and you're just going to have to push down, trying to find the center without poking yourself. I know I'm off to the side here, hold on. This one, I didn't have this difficulty earlier. Okay, so we're going to try to find the center, but I think it's going sideways. Now, if you want really a bigger needle than this, I had some plastic ones with a big hook, on them. Here it comes. And then grab it. Okay. But I couldn't find them when I went to do the video, so I'm just using a regular, these ones are the basting needles. Okay, and I'm pulling it through. So there you go. So you have your knot here at the bottom. And like I said, I went through a little bit of fabric so it could hold my knot, because you're not going to see that anyways. So you're going to pull tight. And this is going to make our first. See how that's starting to form? And we're going to bring our needle back. Kind of holding this tight. I'm going to come back up through the bottom. Let's see. And you can pull that tight as you come through your top. I think I made this one more fluffier, and that's why I'm having a little bit more harder time with it. But that's okay. So, let's see. We're coming through the top. And you just want to try to come through the center. And I didn't come in the exact spot in the center every time, so just, you know. So here we go. Now you can start pulling it tight. So you can pull it as tight as you want. Now you can do this however, you know, your distance that you want. So this is probably about 1 inch apart. But if you wanted to bring it over and actually have a bigger spot here, you could do that. You could just do it as big as you wanted to. I liked mine a little bit closer, like this. So then I'm going to, so that's already pulled. So we're going to do the next one. Coming back up through the center. Pulling it up through the top. Pulling it tight. And if you needed to adjust these, you could just kind of pull on these a little bit. And now we're going to work on the next one. So there we go. And you could use whatever color thread that you wanted to. I just like the way the white looks. So, see as I'm going along how much easier it's getting? And you're just going to keep, so I'm not going to pull too tight till I kind of get it where I want it. So see, I've got it kind of right in there. Then I'm going to pull it tight. Just like that. And come through the next one. See, and I'm probably going to have to make a longer string again. I'm going to have to make a second string. So you do use quite a bit of string. So there's the next one. Come back up through the bottom. Let's see, find my top. And just pull in tight, just like that. Look how cute that's looking. Isn't that looking adorable? Okay. So I'm gonna keep going. And I'm probably gonna be this last one, and then I'm gonna have to make another one. Another string. So you can make all different sizes of these things. So see, I wouldn't make this back around, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And what I did was just grab, if you got to do that, just grab a tiny bit of fabric there. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then I just grabbed a little bit of fabric, came through, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same, just one. And then I'm just going to tie it off. And I'm going to make one more thread here. Let me cut this off. Okay, so let me go ahead and get another one here. And we're gonna need, because we still have half, so I'm gonna do about the same amount. And I'm just eyeballing here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to throw this up really quick, so let me get this going. Okay. All right. I've actually had the stuff to do this project for like over a month, but I've been so busy. I finally got the opportunity to get to it, but I bought this fabric today. But I had already had this fabric. And I got a few other fall colors I've got. But you could make all different sizes of these, all different colors, and do them with however you want to. But you could tie, hi Marissa, And thank you so much, Guadalupe. I'm so glad you guys like this. But I'm like, it's such an easy project to do, to create some super cute decor. But it was funny too, because my sister told me today, she's like, you were looking at those because I wanted these last year when I seen them at TJ Maxx. And now here I am making them. Okay, so I'm coming up through the bottom again. And I've probably actually, yeah, this is the bottom. Okay, so I'm coming back up through the bottom again. And we're just going to do our next one. Coming back up. As you're going along, you'll notice it's getting a lot easier to go through the bottom to the top because it's squeezing it tight. So you will notice that. Okay, then I'm going to pull tight, maybe scooting it over just a little bit, and then pulling tight. Okay. And then I think we've got like maybe 3 more rounds. And then I'll show you how to do the felt. And I've already got my glue gun ready. Also, I'm going to show you a little trick on how to make the little curly cues with a flat iron and hairspray. Okay. So, just like that. And we got, nope, this will be our last one. Okay, so this is our last one. We're going to come back up through the bottom. Come through the top. There we go. I'm gonna get up there. See, I thought I would be able to use my little thimble this time, but did not. And I just keep poking myself. Okay, so there we go. So we've got our pumpkin all finished. Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so now same thing. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of fabric going towards the inside there. And just gonna tie this off. Could you string it with you? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. You could string it with yarn, Guadalupe, but just make sure that you find a needle that you could, I almost picked some yarn up today too. They had a bunch in the clearance back there at Hobby Lobby. But yes, as long as your needle you can get it through your needle, you sure can. Okay, let's see. I kind of knotted that up there, but I'm not too concerned about the way that I caught that. But yeah, that would be really cute with the yarn. That would be adorable. And you could go through, because look, this is just a plain gray stripe. You could go through like your scrap fabric and just see what you have on hand. Okay, so there's that. So now we're gonna do the felt piece. So for the felt, and we're gonna use the brown since we're doing a brown stem. And what I did was I cut mine 2 by 4.5, because what I did was, this is the size of this. So what I did was I took this, I made a 2-inch strip and then just cut it in half. So that's where I got the 4.5 from. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your glue gun. Let me grab it. Let's see. I have a bunch of yarn on. That's awesome. So that'll work. So see, you already have the supplies going on there. So yeah, just go through your scrap stuff, because I think these pumpkins would be cute in any different little colors. I think that'll be fun. Okay, so what you're going to do for your felt piece here is, let me make sure you guys can see here. Okay, so what I did was actually, let me back up. I've got my glue gun going. I kind of rolled this a couple times and then made a little strip. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, you can. I'm going to make a little strip here and keep rolling it. I'll roll it a few more times and then make a little bit more. And keep going. I have a cute banner that I want to make for fall and for Christmas too, so that'll be another video that I'm making. So, and then I just keep putting glue down and keep going. If you notice on this one, I left the little end piece open because I like the way that it looked with it kind of rolled back. So what I did was, let me pull glue off myself first. Okay. So what I did was I'm going to add just a little bit more glue here on the edge, leaving that top open. That way you kind of have that like that. And then I just took this right here just like that, and I like to set mine a little bit sideways. So I got my glue on the bottom, real good, just like that, and kind of stuck it. So that's going to cover up all that, your sewing part on top. So you're not going to see where you tied it off or where you looped in and out. Just like that. I got a little bit of glue. I'll have to come back and pick off my felt. But there it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's see. Going to make one of these each. Oh, that'll be fun. Cute. Cute idea. And you could always monogram these first too. You could always take your fabric if you have like the vinyl iron-on or anything, or even embroidery, and you could put their little monogram or name on there, but that would be cute. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, you could do the stem in orange or, you know, whatever colors you wanted to do to make that match. Now let me show you how we did these little pieces right here. I just took some juke twine. Now this is the one I believe from the jewelry. So you're going to notice it's a little more like glued together. Let's see. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to take this juke twine. Like I said, I got mine from the jewelry. It came with quite a bit on here. I've had this thing forever. So what I did was I just discovered this today. Down in the bag of polyfill, you're going to have 2 little sticks down in there. And there, so that way you can shove your fabric into the corners. So we're going to take our stick and my glue dots that I got today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to take a glue dot and put it on the top part of my stick. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this rope, this juke twine. You could do this with ribbon or whatever. And you can just, this would be the same concept. I don't know if you guys have made hair bows before with making the little twirly ribbon and baking it in the oven. So just continue to wrap this all the way around. And that end is being held by the my glue dot. So you're just going to keep wrapping this around. You could use a dowel rod or back of a wooden spoon, whatever you got. So then we're going to go all the way to the end. And I'm going to trim this off. And we're going to take another glue dot. And I'm going to pop this right on the end here. Just like that. There we go. Let me grab one more glue dot. And the way I actually did it was right off the paper earlier. I just kind of went like this. And see how those 2 glue dots are holding that in place? Okay, so the next step we're going to do is take our hair straightener and hairspray. So let me go grab my hair straightener and the hairspray really quick so I can show you that. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to kind of hang that. Okay. And I own a GHD hair straightener, so it actually heats up in like literally 2 seconds. So let me get this plugged in. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on. So let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, who would have ever thought, huh? Using your hair straightener to craft. You could probably even do this with your iron. If you wanted to take your iron, you could lay this on your pressing board and take your iron and push your iron down just like this and then turn it and do it again. Just make sure not to hit your glue dots. Okay, so see, my straightener is already ready. So what you're going to do is just kind of hold it. Just give it a few seconds. And just do that. But like I said, you could use your iron, your regular iron that you iron clothes with. And just kind of set it on there for a few seconds. Because this has a little bit of like wax in it. So it's going to kind of melt it. This light that I'm using, so you guys can see, is like burning me up. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. So then I'm going to rotate it. So I'm rotating and now I'm coming back down. That way I can just make sure I get it really good. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time on the other side, just to make sure that we got it really good. Okay. Then I'm going to take some hairspray. You can use whatever you have. I have the Got To Be, but you can use whatever you have. And then just kind of, let me move this back. So that way you guys can see in the frame here. So I'm going to take this, let me move my pumpkin so I don't get hairspray all over them. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my hairspray, and I'm just going to kind of go like this, just like that. And then kind of let it dry out a little bit. And you could probably come back with the hairspray on it and kind of dry it a little bit faster. Okay, now, then what you're going to do is undo your little glue dot. And we're just going to clip those right off. So undo your glue dot, and then undo the other glue dot, and then slide it right off. And just like that. Look how cute that is. Okay, so there we have that. Let me unplug the straightener and remove it before I burn myself. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your little pumpkin over here, and you're just going to tie it around just like this. So you could just kind of wrap it around a couple times. Just like this, and you could always hot glue that down. So let me get my glue gun, and I'm actually going to put a dot of glue right there just to hold that down. I actually tied the other one, so you could tie it, or you could just kind of put a little glue dot. Let's see, and you could do the same concept, like I said, with the gross grain. I think it's, how do you pronounce that? Gross grain ribbon. And then just like that, there it is. And then if you wanted to trim that down just a little bit, you could, like, you want to cut your little glue dots off, of course. Just like that. And there you have that. Isn't that neat? Thank you so much, Amanda. Okay, so Amanda is actually my sister, and I'm going to go actually help her tomorrow. And we're going to kind of help her. She's going to start her own channel. So stay tuned tomorrow. We're probably going to do a live video over there. So, Amanda, this is what I'm going to show you tomorrow with the wrapping it around, and I'm going to actually bring these. Thank you so much. Isn't that, like, I was just thinking earlier, and I thought, why couldn't we use the same concept with heat? So I tried it first before you guys did. That way you didn't, like, burn your stuff. Okay, but you could just like that, and you could trim them however you want to. Now, the other thing is you could take... this, you could take regular ribbon like this. This is that gross grain that I was telling you about. And you could actually take and tie your, make a little bow on here. Let me try to do that really quick. Let's see. Make a super cute bow. I always work with my bow before I trim it. So that way if I need to undo it, so I don't ever waste it. So just like that, and I could trim that off and then come trim this one. See? Cute. Awesome, Marissa. You're super welcome. Thank you, Guadalupe. Okay, so just like that. So then you have the bow, and then let's go ahead, while we're here so you guys don't have to test that, let me try it with a ribbon, and let's see what happens. Just while we're here before I end this. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to plug this back in. Like I said, lucky for me, mine's super fast. Let's go ahead while we're waiting for that to heat though, which is already there. It's already heated up. Okay. We're going to take our glue dot, and if you wanted one of these just for your craft room, you could go get one of these cheap irons from like TJ Maxx for like 10 to 20 bucks. But like I said, just use your regular iron. So take your glue dot, and we're going to test this theory just so I don't tell y'all to do it and then it like melts. So I'm going to wrap it the same way. The thing of it is, you really want to wrap this to have the bigger curls. You want to wrap it on a dowel rod. So if you have a dowel rod, that would be much better for the ribbon. But we're going to try this. So we're just going to wrap it. Okay. Then I'm going to take another glue dot, And I'm going to just kind of stick that on the back of my ribbon, get it picked up, and wrap it around. There we go. Here we go, guys. Is it going to melt? We don't know. My kids are going to be like, what happened to our hair sugar, Mom? Okay, so here we go. Get everything out of the way, make sure we're not going to burn the house down. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to leave it as long. I'm going to kind of hold it and just come down. So far, so good. And if this works, this is how me and my sister's going to do it tomorrow. Thank you so much, Marissa. Yes, definitely. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe. Okay. And we're just going to keep going. And I'm going to twist it. I'm at least going to do this 4 times. Just because I don't think we're getting that even heat. Because you don't have it closed completely like you would if you were actually doing this on here. I bet an iron would do so much more efficient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of rub it up and down like this. Because I want to make sure I get it good and hot. Oh, thank you so much, Guadalupe. Okay. I think that should be good. Let's see what happened. And I'm going to do the same effect. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with a hairspray too, just to hold it. And like you see me now, I'm kind of rubbing it up and down. Hopefully this works. Hopefully that was enough heat. If not, then we know that we needed to leave it longer. So let's spray it with a hairspray. And I'm going to go over it one more time just to lock that in. We may have made a new discovery. Okay. Oh, Marissa. Okay, you guys are awesome. Okay, let's see. Did this work? And then you would do the same thing. You're just going to push it off. And it did. Look at it. Look at it. See? No more having to bake it in the oven. Look at how easy that is. That is cute. And then you could always take these. I think there's like a stronger adhesive spray glue. What is it, guys? I can't think of it. You could actually take these and probably put them on some cardboard and spray them with that glue to really hold it. But you could do the same thing with hair bows. So then you could take your little, let's take the other pumpkin. It's hidden. So say that way you can see the color contrast here. And that way you had your ribbon wrapped around. Something like that. Look how cute that would be. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I think that's really cute. Let me kind of bring it up so you guys can see, but I don't have it tied down, obviously. But that way you guys could make your little tendrils with your, so you know you could do it with your ribbon as well. But definitely, I think it's going to need a little bit more, maybe something heavier, maybe even starch. I wonder if starch would help. I wonder if we sprayed it with starch first, which I own. Okay, guys, hold on. Where to get the starch? Okay guys, you know that we have to test this one more time. Okay, the iron's on. We're going to use starch this time, okay? So, let's do it this way. Let's take our ribbon again. This is probably a smarter idea. Okay, let's see. And this starch I just bought at Walmart. It's the Faultless Premium Starch. What do I do with my stick? Here it is. So let's take our glue dot again. I'm going to end up catching this house on fire. Okay. Leave it up to me to test stuff out. But hey, girls, how are we ever going to find stuff out? Okay. So we're going to take our glue dot, get it on our stick, and see how amazing these glue dots are? You could get like a box of these. I think they're super cheap too, because like I got this one on clearance for $4 something. But the boxes of them, I think they're super affordable. Plus you could use a 40% off coupon if you don't have some. But most of us have them in our stash anyways. Okay. We're going to take another glue dot. And let's see. And we're going to hold it down. So let me cut this. And let's see. So should we spray, y'all help me out. Should I spray it with starch first and then hit it with the heat? Or should I hit it with the heat and starch it? What do y'all think? We're going to test this together. Okay, so starch first. Okay, so let me move my pumpkin. So I'm going to spray the starch first. Here we go. I'm going to spray it really good too. There we go. Let it kind of wipe down. And let me get a towel to wipe up my mess. That stuff smells good. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got the starch on. Now we're going to just hit it. And I'm going to do this where I kind of go up and down it. This starch is probably going to be so much better than the hairspray. But like I said, this could be for hair bows or just doing like little decorations like this. Okay. Thank you so much, Guadalupe and Marissa. You guys are awesome. All right. Let's see if that's enough heat. Okay. Now I'm going to undo my glue dot. All right. Undo my other glue dot. And try to get this because now the starch, it's not sticking hard. It's just, there we go. Untwist it like this. Okay. So that did not hold up as well as the hairspray. Surprising. But we could always, I'm wondering if it would be good to starch it first and do that, then keep on heating it, and then with the hairspray. Because let's see. This is how the hairspray one's still holding up. And this one's kind of loose. But it also feels like it's still kind of wet. Hi, King Bible Lessons. Okay. So, I'm trying to think here. So definitely I think the hairspray. But like I said, maybe trying it with the... Okay, we're going to try it one more time, guys. One more time. Just so we know the whole story. So we're going to... This will be the last time. I swear. Okay, so we're going to put the glue dot. Get the ribbon. We're going to wrap, wrap, wrap. Hairspray sounds better? I think so too. So far I think it's doing so much better. So let's do this. Let me try this time. This one with this last one. Let's hairspray it first. And then go over it really good. I'm thinking we need to heat it more. Should I go pull the iron so you guys can see what it does with the regular iron? Let me know if y'all want me to try it with a regular iron with this round. Because the iron don't take too long either. Yes. Okay, let me go grab it. I'm on it, girl. Okay, and we already got this ready to go, so I'm going to leave that with y'all. I've got the iron. Let's see. Maybe embossing tool to dry the starch. Maybe. Okay. Let me set this up. Let me drop my glue gun down. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to set my handy dandy Steady Betty up here. Okay. So let me make sure you guys can see everything. Let me get my iron going. So far I'm loving my Alicio. My sister took my other iron today so she can practice some stuff. Let's see, hold on just a second. Okay. I bet you could. I bet you could use one. Yeah, I bet you could. But let me see. I don't think... We're going to try that one next. Let me go grab my curling iron so we can see. I don't have our little curling iron here, so I'll have to wait on that one. So, because it would be too thick of a thing. Okay. So, let's see. Is this ready to go? Nope, we're almost ready to go. And I'm going to hairspray it first. And then we're going to... There it is. It's ready to go. So, I'm going to take my hairspray. I'm going to spray it over this way. Actually, yeah, it's okay. So, I'm spraying it with a hairspray really good. And we're going to set it down. And we're just going to kind of hold it here. This will probably be a lot easier with the iron. I bet my steam's probably just going right up towards the camera. Work away. And I have this iron set on cotton, just in case you guys are wondering. And we'll look at the bottom of the iron too to make sure it's not leaving any residue. I'm going to flip it over. So far I'm thinking this is working a lot better. Okay. And just a tip, guys, on my Steady Betty, I try to use one side, since it's two-sided, I try to use one for like projects like this. It's stuff that's kind of going to be like, that could make a mess on it or whatever. And then the other side I use solely for iron on. That way I keep my shirts clean, just in case you wonder. So I'm going to kind of let this cool down just a minute, like dry up a little bit before I try to pull it off. So let me let it cool. Let's let it cool down completely really quick. It won't take too long. So I'm super excited about this one with the iron. I think that's going to work a lot better. So we've tried starch, we've tried hairspray. So far we don't think the starch works very good. That did not work out. And it may work better with the iron, we don't know. So let's see. I think it's dry enough. Like I said, you want to undo the glue dots and slide it off. You can kind of just do this to break up the, so much better with the iron. Oh, hold on, let me slide it this way. Look how much of a tighter curl that was with the iron. Wow. So hairspray first, and then the regular iron. You could use an iron from, you know, Walmart. You could use a cheap iron. I think it would just be the same. So look at how much better, look at how much tighter that curl is. I don't know if you guys can see that really good. So this is with the iron, hairspray and the iron. This was the starch, didn't work out. And this one was the hairspray with the hair straightener. Look how much tighter that was. Awesome, Marissa. I'm telling you, I love this Steady Betty. I think so. I agree, Guadalupe. I agree. Look at how much tighter that is. And it feels like it's going to last. Like you could see how much stiffer that is compared to this. Look at how cute that is. Okay, let's look at that on the pumpkin. Let me do it on my gray. Let's see. Well, we can see the colors. Let's see. Because then you can interlock these probably and have a cuter. Probably come in and add just a little bit of glue. But look how cute that is. Super cute. I think so, Amanda, for sure, the iron. So I think this is what we're going to do tomorrow. Instead of putting it in the oven, we'll do it just like this with the wooden spoons. Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you, Guadalupe. I think it looks awesome. Awesome. So definitely, so now that's a trick to learn. And if you wanted to, like, you could probably sit here and kind of pull on them a little bit to get the curl to release a little bit if you needed to. And then you can come, just like I said before, Where'd I do my scissors? Somewhere. Oh, right here, peeking out. You could come through and trim these up a little bit. That way if you want it a little bit shorter, and you can just kind of trim it to what size that you want it. But I think that's cute. So thank you girls, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to end this video, that way it's not super long. But I really appreciate you girls being here tonight. It's nice when I can actually talk to somebody and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Let's see, Amanda. Oh yeah, let me show y'all the iron. Thank you, Amanda. So there's the iron. It looks like I've got a little bit of sticky. Let me kind of make sure y'all can see that. I'm spilling my water everywhere. That's okay. You can see a little bit of sticky residue on there. Just a couple. But you could take your, you know, the stuff that cleans the bottom that you get. I think at Walmart and Hobby Lobby. So you just kind of clean that off. So I don't think it'd be too bad. But thank you, Amanda, for reminding me to do that. So yeah, just left a little bit of sticky. But I would definitely, this is what I think I'll probably do for something like that. You wouldn't want to use maybe your more expensive one. Maybe use your cheaper iron to do that. That way you could use it for that. So I'll probably go purchase a different one, which actually, Amanda, you have one like that. So we can use it to do the ribbon. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys make you some super cute pumpkins. Here they are again. Hopefully you guys make you guys some pumpkins and have fun with it and use all your scraps up. And I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween. So I'll see you guys on the next one.